Taurus women born in May. What it do, bitch? Like shit, what it do, homie? I need to talk to you and chop it up with you, you know what I'm saying? Like we cousins and shit. But I can't do that because they don't want to, you know what? Me to act like this and act like that. They want me to hold off being, you know what, hospitable to you. And God said, you was already, you know what, hospitable. And they don't like that. They like, yeah, they had their own quarrel within their head about how you was acting. And God said, you was customer service and you did right by somebody. And people don't like how you treated someone and they gonna be back every time. Shit. God said, that's good, because you don't get shit from that group of people. And Grandma said, that's what you know here too. I said, them people come through, and you know what? I could pay a multitude of bills. But those other people come through, I can't pay shit. And Grandma said, that's what you know here too. Yeah, we have it laid up. It says cuddle sessions, intimate moments, escaping from the world. So you like, shoot, that one, you know what, is doing what they need to do. And that's what y'all have learned too. You like, shit, they ain't got to be communicating with y'all. They need to communicate with the people that they want to communicate with. And God said, you really have to communicate effectively, letting these people know that shit, they ain't talking to you, dumbasses. And Grandma said, that's what you need to know here too. Snack is here. It says sex appeal, physical attraction, and irresistible. God say, you know what? Everybody can see somebody as this, but I said, you know what? That's a professional woman right there. And I said, we can tell they are not for the streets. And everybody looking like, yeah, you ain't for the streets, boo. And Grandma said, that's what you know here too. Lipstick evidence is here. It says infidelity, caught cheating, and betrayal. You like, yeah, that nigga don't know how to keep his hands to himself. So he had to move around pretty quick because God said, you know what? You don't want the police to get called. And Grandma said, that's what you needed to know here too. I said, that one calls the police on people. And that's someone's truth here, boo. Yeah, keeping it 100. It says honesty, showing true colors and transparent intentions. Coming out with rebound. It says flighty, temporary options and unpredictable intentions. You like, shoot, y'all can't smell none. I said, yeah, because they know how to cover it up. And now all y'all look stupid as fuck. And I said, and they do here too. Glow up is here. It says major transformation, drastic change, and self improvement. You're about to, you know what, get your bills paid soon. And you like, yeah, my bills finna be paid with that one. I ain't finna mess up, okay, what I got going on to get my money. I said, ain't that the truth, boo? Get your money. And God said, that's what they did here too. I said, that one gonna be back. You know what? Because we did them a service. And Grandma said, it's summertime. And everybody, you know what? Come out during the summer, boo. I said, we don't know where that one came from, but shit, come back, boo. Come back towards us. God said, that's what you need to know here too. Addictions is here. It says toxic attachments, drugs, alcohol, and obsession. Grandma say, you know what? That one ain't looking at nobody. That one got something on the phone that they looking at. And I said, that's how it be. Confirmation here too. Yeah, we have finances is here. It says money problems, work, material things, and success. God say, you know what? You ain't got to let these people touch you outside of work anymore. God has shown you that, you know what? You can make money at what you do and get tips, and you know what? You ain't got to turn tricks. And that's what you need to know. A lot of your tricks be coming through the door, and God is saying it's time for you to hang that up now. You don't need to be touched by random people no more. And that's what you need to know here too. Success is had by what you are doing for work already. You need to focus on providing excellent customer service, and you will get what you want, what you deserve, and what you desire here too. Yeah, magnetic attraction. Money is attracting to you now, okay? Some of y'all need to know that here too. It says alluring, lust, irresistible, and flirting. It's time for you to, you know what, put a tag on something else than what you thought you was going to put a tag on here too. Tagging things. Yeah, we have mask is here. So it says hidden motive, concealed, disguised, and lying. God say, you know what? You can't even say nothing about somebody because you don't know who the hell somebody is. And grandma said, that's good for you. And you like, yeah, I'm going to treat you like I would treat myself. And that's a good thing here, boo. So stay focused, okay? Yeah, that just flew on the flow, so it got nothing to do with you. Yeah, we have family is here. La familia is here, okay? Someone is saying, you know what? I am from this tribe or I'm from this area, this space, but people just look at me and think that I am this. And God said, you felt at home with someone and you don't want to communicate about that shit either. And grandma said, you good. You good. You super good, boo. Yeah, we have generation, children, ancestors, and origin. Even your auntie from years ago is looking at you saying, you know what? That one looked just like me. And you looking like, yeah, they look just like my people. And God said, that's what you don't want people to know. You're one of those people that are passing for something else. And grandma said, do what you got to do in this world, but never lose yourself completely here, too. Yeah, overall energy. Okay, I'm getting a photograph is here. Okay, pictures is here. Yeah, we have soulmate. It says twin flame, soul contract, soul connection, and past lives is here, too. Your ancestors is not that far away from you. They're always sitting in the booth or sitting in the areas just to make sure you're okay here too as well. You need to know that. They're never okay, a distant stranger. Yeah, we have rejection, loss, and fragmented is here. We have air energy, ace energy, okay, mental clarity energy is here. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. God is saying you're about to, you know what, cut something completely out. And once you do that, it's going to make your life soar in a more positive way here too. Something about a red bucket is here. Yeah, we have comfort zone, south node, and clinging is here. We have the word storm and unexpected, but it came out in reverse. So there is something being held up, okay, out of someone's sauce, out of someone's food, okay. Someone is going to do this on the up and up and not in a toxic way here too. Yeah, we have self-worth is here and expectations. God is saying that you're getting ready to move in a more positive way here, boo. It's meant to occur this way, okay? Sometimes people don't know what they're doing until they are doing it here too. Yeah, chemistry and passion. It was meant for this to happen. I'm also getting the word circus is here. Tell me more for Taurus women born in May. It says, I have things going on in my life that requires my full attention. Whoa, this one forced itself out. It says, I cannot support your actions. It's too much for me to deal with. Yeah, it says, this connection bores me to death. I need something more exciting. Someone could have been trying to get a picture, okay, of what someone was doing and how they were doing it, okay. Someone is saying this person, okay, is not what y'all think this person is, and that's what's catastrophic for someone here too. Yeah, it says, I cannot listen to your voice, it affects my soul. And then it says, my pride and ego got hurt, so I wanted revenge. I wanted you to hurt too. And God said, you know what? But you're going to be okay. You paid attention to a multitude of things and you made sure something was not toxic. And God said, thank you for that. You're going to be blessed upon blessings here too. Yeah, the overall energy, it says, I know that you may not feel the same way that I do for you, okay? Tell me more for Taurus women born in May. So 3 cards flipped over. It says, let the divine help you. Let God help you and assist you. Let your ancestors help you through something here too. When you have a sixth sense about something, a premonition or a gut feeling, go with that here too as well. It says, this is a safe situation here. This situation is safe. This came out in reverse. It says, channel the energy of the full moon. You don't need to do that. And then it says, the work you put in is paying off here too. Yeah, I feel as though like you're going to graduate or you're going to level up to something even further here too. Yeah, it says, give more of your time and effort. And then it says, there will be a powerful outcome. So, whatever is going on, someone is going to end up switching something, okay? More so than a little bit. And you're not going to be able to describe them in some type of way here, too. Yeah, we have no to your question. Let me get a couple of tarot cards on this. Well, this is called the Twin Flame Awakening Path Tarot. Let's get a couple of cards on this. Okay, so tell me more for Taurus women born in May. So we have the Six of Swords energy. Yeah, there's a lot of healing that's about to take place because you know what? Someone really is valid more so than anything. And that's what's catastrophic for other people here too. They're valid. And that's someone's truth. Yeah, the hangman is here. See, a lot of people love to linger around a certain place in a certain area to see if they can get someone to do something toxic or be toxic in some type of way. But God said, you know what? That's not going to happen anymore. There's some type of spiritual awakening. Okay, someone came through the door for a reason here too. It was meant to occur. Yeah, we have sacrifice, waiting, perspective, and lack of direction is here. Coming out with the Queen of Swords is here. Honest, fair, cutthroat, objective, truthful, and independent. The Seven of Pentacles, yeah, waiting, okay, lingering around, but whatever they got was not what they expected here too, okay? They wanted to smell something or wanted to make someone look, okay, inappropriate or toxic, but that didn't happen in some type of way. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles energy. It says harvest, rewards, results, growth, progress, patience, planning, and focus. I feel as though like you're about to receive something that you know you've been waiting for or that you've been working towards here too. Something is changing for you. Yeah, we have the Seven of Wands, okay, taking a stance, blocking something, okay, out of nowhere here too. You usually would stand over here, but you decided to do it over there, or something like that here too as well. It says defending yourself, protecting and standing your ground. Yeah, overall energy, the Chariot, determination, success, and moving forward. There's some type of great pleasure here. Tell me more for Taurus women born in May. So we have Oceana is here. It says take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation. Yeah, your gut feeling. It says and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself here too. Whoa, 5 cards just flew on the floor. Wow. Omega is here. This is what I'm feeling for you. There is something that is set in stone here, okay? I'm also getting the word engraving is here, okay, too. I'm also getting tombstone is here, okay, as well. Yeah, it says victory. It says your desire is coming to fruition. It says keep up the good work. Whatever you're doing is making God see you in a different light here, too. God is paying attention to you even further. Yeah, the overall energy we have is Rosetta. It says you have a gift with working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping and teaching and parenting children. Let's get one card from out of this deck to close this out for Taurus women born in May. Okay, we got one card flipping out. It says adulting level. It says forget to cry in the shower again. So that's your card. That's your message. Thank you guys for stopping by. Till next time. See you. Peace.